Hi, I'm Terry Grease. I'm the executive director and co-founder of the Irondale Ensemble project in Brooklyn, New York. For 25 years, we have existed as a permanent ensemble. The actors work together every day, creating theater and education pieces that really have the power to shape and transform people's lives. We look at what is theater, how does it get made, and who is it good for? And those questions have propelled us for these 25 years. We've also been the oldest homeless theater company in New York until now. And it's my pleasure today to welcome you to the Irondale Center at the Lafayette Avenue Presbyterian Church in Fort Greene, Brooklyn. The day I walked in, even in its decrepit, crumbled state, I started to cry because I saw the future of the company in this room. And on October 11th, even before construction was finished, we opened to an open house celebration with the entire community. 500 people came. I don't know where they all came from, but there was food all day long, there were performances all day long, there were workshops and storytellers, and you name it, the potential, everything that can happen in this space happened in that one day, and the excitement was palpable. If you look around, it's got unlimited possibilities. And we knew right away, we spent 5 years trying to develop this place, and we had the support of a lot of good people, a lot of foundations, businesses, great friends, and we had to figure out, what do we open the season with? Because the opening was just 2 weeks later. And we opened with a retelling of J.M. Barrie's amazing novel, Peter Pan. I mean, look at this place. Imagine, if you will, when Peter flew, he wasn't lifted up 28 feet to the ceiling. He was on a scaffold back there. And when the kids awakened in the nursery and they were taught how to fly, everybody clambered up the scaffold, up to the fire pole, to the balcony. When Hook and Pan had their last scene, the big sword fight, that also happened up there. So it became not a show about flying or pyrotechnics. It became a place where great stories get told to people. One of the hardest questions to answer, unequivocally, is, what are Irondale's plays about? Well, they're sort of about everything. They're about these themes that seem to pervade our culture at any given time. We've created pieces as diverse as Outside the Law, The Great American All-Star Traveling War Machine, and Wasted, the history or mystery of public education in America and how it got that way. At our first board meeting in 1983, a board member asked us, why does New York need another theater company? It was a great question because it helped us, the answer to that question helped us define our whole mission. It doesn't need another theater company. What it needs is a theater that is about people, that affects people's lives directly. So it's taken us to creating theater that is inside and outside theaters. We've performed and taught in prisons. Almost every day of the week, we're in a school somewhere in Brooklyn or New York City, and we're not just performing for kids or teachers. We're really using theater techniques to help them solve the problems that they need to solve. Now, I want you to think about for a second how a space like this can make that mission really go to the next level. In a few weeks in this room, we're starting the Young Company. It's going to be a group of Brooklyn and New York City kids, 14 to 18 years old, who will have a home here. They'll be trained on a professional level to create theater pieces that are relevant to them, about their lives. We're working with community members to develop a piece about the history of this neighborhood. It's called A People's History of Fort Greene. And it's going to trace the whole history of the neighborhood. This is a very vibrant, wonderful community. But we're going to do it with community members and professional actors working side by side so that people's stories are actually coming to life on stage. When we started this project, we knew it was insane. It was the biggest, scariest, most ambitious thing we'd ever done in 25 years. And we've done some ambitious things. But the only thing more irresponsible than doing this project would have been not doing it. I mean, come on. This is everything we'd worked for our entire lives. It was all here. This was the place where mission and space and company all comes together to make things happen. We entered into this knowing we didn't have enough money to complete the first year. But we had a conservative and optimistic budget, and we knew we had a piece of property that when it sold would provide us with the cushion we needed to get through the first year, to develop the infrastructure, to get the programs in place, to get the people coming into the space. And although nothing's ever easy for the arts in this country, we knew we'd be okay. And then you know what happened? The economy went south, and that has affected not only every arts organization in the country, it's affected everybody. And we know that. We're aware that everybody is having a hard time right now. But here's the thing. We can't help if you don't help us. We need your help today. We can't pay our actors. We can't pay ourselves. We can't do the programs we've promised and committed to do in this community. And the echoes in the space are trying to say, bring us in, and they're dying out. So I'm asking you, please, dig deep as you can. Give us $1 if that's what you can afford, $10, $10,000 if you have it. Many of you will never even visit this space. You're too far away. But if you believe that theater really has the power to transform lives, to affect people, to help communities thrive, then even if you don't come here yourself, I'm still asking you to give today. And in response, I promise to make the things we all believe in happen. Irondale can do it, but we need your help now. Thanks for listening.